Hey, welcome back for the toys. Mike here, Tony behind the camera, and thank you for joining us. If you like what you see, give us a like. If you want to see more content, give us a subscribe. We got a big box from Amazon here. It's quite large, as you can see. Tony doesn't know what's in it. I do, so it's going to be kind of a surprise for him and you guys there too. So let's cut this thing open and see what we got. All right, let's go ahead and cut this box open. I got my little trusty knife here. Yeah. So just gonna
don't cut yourself.
Gingerly cut the tape on the sides. And there we go. And then I'm gonna lift this up. Yeah. That way you get this started. Okay. And then that way you don't cut anything below.
This is a pro tip.
Yeah, pro tip. Moves. From me to you. So, all right, let's see what we got here. Oh, I can already see it.
What's in the box?
This is beautiful. This is going to be great.
What's in the
box?
Let's
see. I'm going to open this up like this, and then I'll just lift it out.
Okay.
It's actually reversed. So, okay. So let me.
The box actually stayed open.
There we
go. Crazy.
All right. Ready?
Yeah.
Here we go.
Definitely.
Bum, bum, bum.
Oh, what the hell?
Oh. It is the camouflage tumbler.
Look at that beast! Holy crap! The other guy, and then now this guy.
Yeah, let's spin this around. We got the camouflage tumbler from The Dark Knight Rises.
Yep. Oh, okay, McFarlane.
Third in the Nolanverse. This is a gold label, McFarlane. I believe it's an Amazon exclusive. Don't quote me on that. But the best thing about this, let me hold this up. I'm going to 86 that box. There we go. And bring this down.
Okay.
The best thing about this thing was it was 65% off.
What? 65% off?
Yes, yes.
So Amazon had it. What's the original? Oh, it is. It's gold label.
Yep. Yeah. So I believe it was about $69 originally retail. And then it just kept getting lower and lower. It was at one point it was like 40, and then it was 30, and then it was 27, and then it was 25.
Okay.
And that's when I was like, it's the same price as a regular figure, like a Marvel Legend.
Yeah, yeah.
So why the hell not? You know, I love this Batmobile. I know it's not the black one. It's not the Dark Knight's Batmobile. This is the one that Bane kind of takes over and runs Gotham with, but it's still a Tumbler. It's still the Tumbler.
You know, I really need to revisit those movies.
You know, Lucius Fox made these for Bruce Wayne to run around Gotham as Batman in it. This is his Batmobile. Amazing. So yeah. So why the hell not? You know, this will be my third Batmobile from McFarlane. Started with the '89.
Yeah.
Way back, that was our first video for all you new people.
Yes.
And then later on,
I'll put it somewhere up here.
Later on, it was the animated series that came out through one of their Target haul-a-thon things. Yeah, it's buried over there, kind of by the Hiss box.
Yep.
And now here we are with the camouflage tumbler. So yeah.
So now you could literally go through the saga of Batmobiles on this one channel.
You could almost. I don't have all of them. I definitely don't have all of them. I was on the fence about getting the black Tumbler, but I just never pulled the trigger.
Yeah.
And then I saw this one come up on Amazon, and I was like, oh, that'd be cool to get that, but not at $70. So, but at $25, that was a bargain. So yeah, 65% off. Why not?
$15. Is it still on Amazon at that price?
It might be. It's probably still is. As we are recording this video,
which is
April 29th.
29th.
It's most likely on Amazon still for that $25 price. So
that's bonkers. You
should jump on it if it's still there. And then, and then I'm looking at the back here, and it does show that it fits two McFarlane figures. So you got Batman and Lucius Fox sitting in it. So
he looks so proper in it.
They look good. They look good. Yeah. So I cannot wait. We're gonna crack this open,
Yeah.
and bring this out and
We-
see what it's all about.
We better.
Yeah, gotta do some comparisons too. So we'll get this bad boy out, get them all set up, and then maybe we'll bring in the old '89 Batmobile, check that one out against it, and then who knows, maybe the animated Batmobile. Maybe we'll have a little photo op at the end with all three.
Yep.
So we'll take a pause here. We'll cut them out of the box, get it all set up, and then we'll be back to show off the Tumbler.
Fantastic. Woo.
Fair enough. What's that? Well, the Tumbler? Oh, you wouldn't be interested in that.
Hey, welcome back. We got the Tumbler out of its box, and wow, this thing is huge. Yeah, it's impressive. It's just a massive, big beast of a vehicle. I'm kind of rotate it around so we can kind of see some of the features. Look, it's got those big tires in the front. I believe that's the same kind of treads that those tires had too from in the movie.
Yeah.
And then we spin it around here. Got the flaps up here, and then the big four wheels in the back with that jet exhaust.
That's crazy.
Oh man, and they all spin. These are all like a hard rubber too, and then this the front as well. It's kind of a hard rubber. Tony said they feel like RC tires, and they kind of do.
Yeah.
And then if you push this button here, there goes the canopy, and you can see it's quite large inside, so it'll fit those two figures really, really well. So
yeah, that's some good detail.
got the driver's seat and got the passenger, and then kind of see if we can get in the light. But they do have decals on that computer screen and on the driver's heads-up display there.
There we go. I got them.
Yeah,
That turned out really nice.
yeah. So
And then
kind of cool, like a little bit of
and like the...
yeah, a little bit of attention to detail that you most likely won't really be seeing, because I'm sure everybody's going to keep this with the canopy down.
Right.
I know I will be. And then kind of cool, true to form with the Tumbler. This is the cannon, so it lifts up and it rotates out, so you can disperse the crowd. And then it comes with an alternate piece, which is the rockets here. And then I will show you how to put that on. So basically, you have to take the cannon off, which it's a little nerve-wracking because it's just plastic here. So be careful. There's a little bit of a groove inside this this barrel that hooks onto that. But if you keep popping this on and off,
Yeah.
chances are these teeth are going to break, or you're going to break something in there and it's not going to sit as well. So just kind of friendly reminder to be gentle with that. And then this piece comes off. There's 3 little clips, and that came off pretty well. But you can see there's the front clip. It's got a side one here, and then this little tiny one in the back. And you can kind of see where they correlate on the Tumbler. So that plate just lifts right off with a little bit of force. And then likewise, we have the part that goes into this this hole, and then we have the front and side clips there. So we're gonna just go ahead and peg that in.
Oh, hold on.
Oh, get that other one. Oh, I missed it. There we go.
There we go.
And now the rockets are on. So, and then you can turn that around. So you got that.
Yeah.
It's just kind of a molded in here.
Right.
So you're not really firing rockets and stuff like that.
I'm trying to remember.
But-
Did this in the movie?
Yeah.
Was this like? Did this thing already exist and then it like popped up?
I think what
And
they,
then in
I
the
think
movie,
I think
or-
there was two of these in the movie. I think one had the rockets and one had the
cannon.
the cannon. I don't know. It's been a while since I've seen that movie, so I might be mistaken, but I'm pretty sure they had
Yeah.
two, and they both had, one had the cannon, one had the rockets. So if you do get 2 of these, which you can definitely do,
At
because they're only $25, you could have one with the rockets on, and you could have one with the cannon on. And there you go. And you have both of the camouflage tumblers at the end of the movie. But,
is it at the end? Yeah, it is at the end.
this is just
Because he finds it, doesn't he? Right?
well, this is
Bane finds
when
them?
Bane takes over the armory.
Yeah.
They take over, everything that Batman had in his armory, and he had these 2 in there, and so
Yeah.
they used them to, kind of control Gotham.
Right.
And Yeah, this is man. I mean, I do want I would love to have the Batman version of the Tumbler, but this is just amazing.
It's a cool vehicle.
And it's one of those things too, like you know, like the '89 Batmobile. Everyone's gonna see that and be like, oh, that's the '89 Batmobile. And same with the animated Batmobile. They'll be like, oh, is that a Batmobile?
Mm-hmm.
But you know, they'll kind of blend into a shelf because they're both black or dark colored.
Right.
This one really will stand out. If you put this on a shelf, people are going to see it immediately. It's not going to be one of those things where you can just hide in your collection. Somebody's going to see it, and they're going to be like, what is that? And you're going to be like, well, that's the Tumbler. That's the camouflage version.
It was so funny because I remember the Batman movies came out.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone was always all up in arms, like, that's not the Batmobile, yada, yada, yada.
Yeah.
And then after the first, movie? And
Yeah.
then definitely after the second one, everyone was like, yep, that's a Batmobile.
Oh,
We're
yeah.
totally okay with that now.
The first movie when he jumps, like wasn't he like driving across the rooftops?
Yeah.
And jumping stuff, and then in the second one, he goes head into a truck and lifts it up.
Yeah.
Into an overpass, and just that. I mean, you're like, of course it's the Batmobile. It's the beast of a Batmobile.
Yeah.
And what I always loved about this design too, and I don't know if this was intentional or not, but the back always reminded me of the Dark Knight Batmobile, which is like this giant tank thing. It just kind of like had this kind of, in my mind, I believe it had this kind of back end where it had this giant exhaust and these big tires. But I think it actually had treads. It's been a while since I've read that comic, but this is just a beast. And then it did come with the card.
Nice.
And it's got a little blurb on it here too, so I'll see if I can read this out.
Oh, Mike and his blurb.
All right, I love a good blurb, you know that. So, with the help of Lieutenant Jim Gordon and District Attorney Harvey Dent, Batman sets out to destroy organized crime in Gotham City for good. The triumphant proves to be effective, but they soon find themselves prey to the rising criminal mastermind known as the Joker, who thrusts Gotham City into anarchy and forces the Dark Knight ever closer to crossing the fine line between hero and the vigilante Bane.
That's a weird blurb.
That doesn't.
That's like all three movies into one paraphrase thing?
It's like the second movie and the third movie kind of put together because the Joker was anyway. So so that's a blurb.
It's a hell of a blurb.
It's a blurb, and I think I mispronounced a word too. So
is this supposed to be triumvirate? Like the three of them together?
I think it is.
Like Roman.
Yep, triumvirate.
Yeah.
Yep. See, there you go, folks.
It's okay.
Reading, stay in school, kids.
Stay in school.
But but anyway, we're not here for that. We're here for the Tumbler.
Yeah.
So that blurb made no sense. So if I was going to write this, it would be like when Bane took over Batman's arsenal, he had access to prototype tumblers, and he used 2 of them to control Gotham City.
Yep.
So yeah.
No,
we'll make up our own blurb.
That's a more screen canon accurate.
That's a more screen canon. At least it just talks about the third movie and doesn't throw the Joker in for whatever reason.
The random Bane at the end was like, oh crap.
Yeah, it's like I think they maybe they were editing it and the guy was like, no, it's Bane, and then he had like, oh, I'll just throw it at the end. But anywho, who knows? Todd knows. Maybe Todd can explain it. We'll get him on the channel one day and he'll source this out as far as why the camouflage Tumbler has such a weird and incoherent blurb. But for now, we're just gonna ooh and ah over this massive vehicle.
Yep.
And let's kind of, should we do some size comparisons with like just some figures here? Like, let me see what I have available to me.
Let's do some figures.
Let's see. Oh, I have some Marvel Legends right behind me. Why don't we
sure,
grab Daredevil?
I'm sure Marvel would love to. Oh,
Daredevil. He fights crime like Batman.
Yeah.
Right. So there we go. There's Daredevil.
He's got horns.
Standing next to the Tumbler. Seems kind of fitting. And then let's see. I don't think I have a DC a McFarlane figure handy. But let's put Daredevil in the Tumbler here.
This is like some crime against all nerdism right now.
Yeah, I know, right? Like, for one, it's Marvel going into DC, and for two, it's a blind guy driving a car. So
Hey.
we're
He could probably do it. Of all the blind people in there.
So yeah, I think he fits pretty well. He's sitting in. I have fist on, so he can't really reach the controls. So yeah, this is definitely more for a McFarlane figure. But as you can see, just kind of throwing in a Marvel figure, Marvel Legends figure. We got he's got plenty of room, and if you put him in the passenger seat, he's just gonna flop around. Because that's just room for days. And it doesn't look like they have any seatbelts like the animated series Batmobile did.
No.
But then again,
no safety.
That Batmobile was a remake of a Batmobile, whereas this is a all new sculpt that they did. So this is brand new tooling and engineering to bring this to life. We've never had this before. So yeah, and now I'm just kind of wondering, like, if this the same Batmobile as the one that they had through the McFarlane store, which was the black Batmobile that Batman had. Of course, it didn't have this side; it just had basically this side on that side as well. So you had two with the flaps, because it didn't have the cannon or the rocket launcher. It was just more of this, if you will, if you can imagine. Just this side also on here, so more streamlined with the flaps.
Can you give it a spin?
Yeah, let's flip it.
The other side
let's flip it around to that side.
There's windows and stuff on this side.
There are windows, cool. So yeah.
There's like a little guy in the back, side.
So yeah, I mean, this is where Batman's driving, so he's got to have that windshield open. He's got to have the side windows so you can see. I mean, I'm sure he's got computer screens. Like, this is very bunker-ish in the front here, so that your gunner or whatever is not getting shot at.
Right.
But you got your visibility for the driver. And then apparently this is the front and that's the back of the Bat Cycle, right? The Bat Pod.
Yeah.
In the movie, well, maybe not on this model, but on the original model, when the Batmobile gets destroyed in the second movie,
right,
with the Joker, unlike the card says, he has to eject out of it, and he rides the Bat Pod, which basically uses the front wheels of the Tumbler as the front and back wheels for it. It just kind of flops out, and then this thing explodes as far as the self-destruct. But yeah, this is pretty cool. This is amazing. And for $25, come on now. I feel like I stole it from Amazon is what it feels like.
Well, in this day and age,
I mean,
we got to take the wins.
Definitely on this day and age, for sure. I mean, is that a sign though? Is it not selling? Is it going so far deep discount on Amazon rather than them sending it to a liquidator like Ross?
Yeah.
Because we have seen some Amazon exclusive products show up at Ross.
Oh yeah.
Before.
Totally.
And so I'm wondering if Amazon's just kind of like, you know what? Rather than, send them to a liquidator, maybe we can, just deep discount it and then people will buy it. That certainly was what happened to me. There was no way I was going to buy this thing at full price. I love it. I love the Tumbler. It's one of my favorite Batmobiles. I love the Nolan verse movies, but at the end of the day, $70 is $70, and there's other things to be bought other than a Batmobile. But as I was just watching it, just keep dropping and dropping and dropping, and it wasn't like it was a Prime Day or Black Friday deals. It was just dropping in price.
Right.
And I always thought like, oh, it's just going to be at that price for a little bit, and then it's going to go back up, and then it hit $27, and that's when I was like, oh, I'm going to add it to my cart, and we'll see what happens. And then when it hit $25, I was like, okay, that's the same price as a Marvel Legend figure. We're pulling the trigger. So, had something else in the cart, got free shipping. So perfect. This thing is amazing. It's just, it really is. It's just fantastic.
That's cool. I like, I think the thing that jumps out to me is the fact that it's not black.
No.
I kind of like that.
No, I mean, honestly, I was like, I was like, I don't know about the camouflage, but I'm really digging it. And like I said, this is going to be one of those things that's like, it's going to stand out. You know,
Yeah.
it's going to be one of those things that pops off your shelf that you're going to want to talk about with people when they see it. You know, they're going to, you know, they might just kind of look at your collection and see, oh yeah, Batman, or you know, Marvel Legends. You know, you have 1,000 Iron Men or Captain Americas. But then it's like, bam, here's this, you know, brightly colored, you know, thing.
Right.
With these giant wheels, and it's like, if you're not you know, I don't know if you were either born after or in a coma during the Nolanverse movies, you know, you don't know what this thing is, and then you're just gonna be like, what is that? Well,
right.
Let me tell you all about it. Don't read this card.
Don't read the card. The card is bad.
Don't read that card. It's garbage. Just, you know, tell them your own synopsis.
So
but
should we take a pause and get the other two?
I think so. Yeah, let's take a pause
comparison?
and we'll get rid of the platform and we'll bring in the other two and we'll kind of have a little compare of the Batmobiles.
Yeah, I think that'd be great.
All right.
All right.
Cool.
So what do you think? Does it come in black?
Hey, welcome back. As you can see, we have the other Batmobiles lined up with the Tumbler here. We got the '89 Batmobile. We have the Tumbler. And we have the animated style Batmobile. Just amazing to see. I have them lined up with their back wheels, so you can kind of see where they all have a similar starting point. 89 one is definitely bigger or longer than the Tumbler. The Tumbler is just wide and just stocky. I mean, if you will, it's like a bulldog.
It's a tank.
It is. It's a tank.
Yeah.
It's a bulldog. And then we have just the freight train of the animated series here with this like long tail.
Yeah.
Really huge nose. It's just, I mean, it just fits.
It's the Cadillac of the Batman.
It is the Cadillac of the Batman Batmobiles. But yeah, just amazing to have all these in this scale. The '89 is just gorgeous. It's always going to be one of my favorite Batmobiles. Probably my favorite Batmobile. I know people kind of bag on this one for not being a two-seater, but at the end of the day, does it really matter? I mean, this is just gorgeous. And then you got this beautiful thing, and then this one with all the bells and whistles with the lights and stuff. But kind of that contrast of what I was saying. You have the dark, and then you have this really light one here. So I don't know if you look at it, you know, first thing, where does your eye go? For me, it's probably going to go to the Tumbler, just because it stands out so much. If these were all lined up on a shelf, I'd probably look at this first and then be like, oh, look, there's some more Batmobiles.
I'd agree.
But yeah, just a beautiful thing. Yeah, we'll have some images at the end. We'll take some more pics with this, so you can kind of see a little more comparison shots. But I think this about does it for us with the camouflage Tumbler and our surprise big box from Amazon.
Yeah, very surprised over here.
Yeah, very cool. So thank you all for coming on this journey. Don't forget to like the video. If you want to see more of this kind of content, go ahead and give us a subscribe.
Yeah.
We also have our Instagram account that we'll link in the description, so you can kind of follow us on there.
Yep.
We have a lot of photos that we take out in the wild. Or I was just at a Sacramento toy show. There's a ton of photos that I uploaded into the account, so you can see.
Dropped a huge load on me.
I did. You can see all the stuff that I saw at the show. I did get a couple of pickups. I had some really fun items. In fact, I got one right here. The old fruity Odie bar commercial from Serenity
Firefly.
with the as a tin lunchbox. Amazing, for $8. And I'm one figure away now from having an entire set of carded Revenge of the Sith figures.
That's nuts.
So just need to get that battle droid, and eventually it'll happen. I acquired the red guard, so now just the battle droid. But anyway, thank you again for all your support, and as always,
for the toys.